One of the greatest practices we can do is slowing down the breath. It does so much for our health and longevity. And longevity meaning the quality of our life. So when we extend the breath and we take in that extra oxygen from the air, we're really oxygenating the whole blood system and expanding the lungs and the respiratory system. And then when we exhale, we're exhaling all that toxicity out. And that deepness of breath is really what brings down our anxiety, our depression, and we don't have that anxiousness anymore. So I would try it if I were you. And here I'm going to demonstrate it as well so you can see. Really, you're taking maybe 12, 13, 18 breaths a minute. Here we want to halve it. So I'm taking maybe 6 breaths a minute usually. And here I halve it to 3. So in a minute, I should be able to breathe maybe 2 to 3 times, and that's it. That expansiveness of taking in all that oxygen and exhaling all that toxicity really starts to be a cleansing and nourishing. So when you're inhaling, you're nourishing the body. When you're exhaling, you're cleansing the body. All right? And remember, the mind and the body are connected. So everything you do for the mind always helps the body and vice versa. So why don't I demonstrate in 1 minute how many breaths I take, and then you could try it as well. Or you could try it at the same time as I do. So I'm going to start the clock down and count that 1 minute, and I'm going to start now. Okay, so that's 1 minute. So I comfortably took 2 breaths. One inhale, one exhale, one inhale, one exhale. All right. So I'm not out of breath. I didn't push it. I just took it in easy, expanded the stomach out, the rib cage, the chest, and then the chest started to go down, the rib cage come in, and the stomach I pulled in. So comfortably 2 breaths a minute, right? If I force it, I can do 1, but I can only keep that going for a while. But 2, I can comfortably do for a long time. So why don't you try it? Sit up tall, sit up on a chair if you need to, on the ground, sit cross-legged, and I'll count the minute for you, and I'll take you through it, and see how you can comfortably take breath. And this isn't forcing it all the way up into the throat and then losing control of it. This is a very controlled breath in and out. And you should be able to breathe in a way that you could keep it actually going for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 20 minutes. So sit up tall, be comfortable, and I'll start you off. Start to do your inhale. Make that inhale as expansive as possible without forcing it. And then when you come to the exhale, whenever in your time, you exhale slowly and you're holding it on, really controlling how it comes out of the nostrils. So you want to inhale through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils because you can control it much better. So keep going wherever you're at. We have another 15 seconds to go. And I hope you've been counting your breaths. Oh, we have 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and that's 1 minute. So how many breaths could you take just naturally, normally, right? And then later on, see how many breaths you usually take. You're watching TV, count it, or you're cooking, whatever you're doing. Count your breaths in 1 minute, just your natural breaths, and see how many you usually take and how many you just did in a controlled manner. It's one of the greatest things you can do for yourself is do this practice daily. Like we did now, do it for a few minutes and build up. But do it because for longevity, for mental health, and the body rhythm, meaning your digestion and all the 11 systems working properly, this is one of the greatest practices you can do for yourself.